Hello YouTube, back with the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Review, and today I'm reviewing the Structure Deck 17, which I believe is Warrior Strike. This was a somewhat Gemini-based deck. For those who don't know, Geminis are monster cards that have effects that treat them as normal monsters while they're face up in the field. When you first normal summon them, and then you can later normal summon them again and have them gain a bonus effect, or in some cases, bonus effects. With one of the more recent Gemini monsters actually features this ability, or will gain 2 effects instead of 1. They typically have something rather, you've probably already seen it to some extent. I mean, you may gain attack points, stuff like that. But, I mean, the deck is okay. I mean, here's one example. I do plan on putting, let's see, what's the other monster? Black Brute Drago, which is a synchro monster that I've already have on the regular, my own, no, I think I originally had, my own Gemini deck. I actually put him in there, so I'll put it in this one as well. This is an okay deck. I mean, it's got some, somewhat okay reprints. I've included cards like here's Creepy Coney, for obvious reasons, because it deals 1,000 damage for each normal monster you have on the field, and since Geminis are normals while in the field or in the graveyard, so you can revive them when things that you ordinarily would not be able to revive them if it didn't have that effect. And it's got 1900 defense, so it's a good defender in case you don't have anything. But I mean, this is, let's see, we got through some of the new stuff in here. One of the new cards we got in here is Hidden Armory, which was only printed here. This is a card we were waiting for a long time, because it was in the GX. It was in the GX era. I think it was, I think Jaden used it when he was under the control of the Supreme King. He ended up using it to some extent. It had a slightly different effect. I know someone used it. If it wasn't him, it was someone in that era that used it. It's got some, okay reprints in here. I mean, Spell Striker's in here. I think that was only printed once. It was a game promo. And one of the other new cards, which is probably one of the better cards in here, is Supervise. This is the card that will give your Geminis instant access to those effects. You don't have to wait the extra normal summon. And then, therefore, with some of them, you can just send them to the graveyard. You can send this card to the graveyard and activate whatever effect they have. I mean, the new monster in here, Phoenix Gearfried, it has the ability to use equip spells. Let's see if I can find him in here. And here's Phoenix Gearfried. And here's the other card you get in it. It's another Gemini monster. It's really good. I mean, it's a nice beat stick. Can't go wrong with a 1900 beat stick. And it's also fire, so it'll benefit from decks that use fire. It's also a warrior, so it'll be searchable with reinforcement of the army and stuff like that. One of the monsters I think they do not do well with is Featherizer. Not really that good. I mean, it's unfortunate as a foil card in general, but it's pretty bad. So is Gemini Soldier. I mean, being indestructible in battle once per turn really isn't that great. I mean, I guess it's okay because it's searchable. You can bring it out, and then you'll have it ready to go. You can just Gemini summon it and gain the effect. But it's got only 500 attack and defense points. I mean, yeah, there are monsters that are weak but also powerful in the sense they have big effects like Cyberjar, but this isn't one of them, unfortunately. This deck is rather underwhelming, I think. It could have been really good. I mean, they could have given some great cards included here. I mean, there's some okay reprints that kind of brought up. I mean, Gemini Summoner's in here, even though it's not a Gemini monster. But it really isn't that great of a deck, honestly. I am not really... It probably should have included more. I mean, there's nothing to, not a whole lot of benefit with this deck. I mean, you could win with it. I wouldn't recommend it. Personally, I would probably go out and build your own deck. I mean, maybe you can buy this and then take the good cards from it. I mean, Supervise has to be in 3s if you're gonna probably build a deck around Geminis. I need to probably do that myself, but yeah, pretty underwhelming. And I actually consider I'm kind of a fan of Geminis, and you kind of have to be if you're going to build a deck around them. Or I guess if you wanted to give them a shot. But either way, this deck is pretty underwhelming. Not as bad as some of the other decks they've released, but not as good as some of the other ones they've released either. So yeah, that's my review on the Warrior Strike Structure deck. Thanks for watching.